Nobody told us this part. They told us to study hard, get the grades, leave, build a life somewhere with better opportunities, send money home, make them proud. Nobody told us that building a life and keeping a life together across borders, across time zones, across two completely different worlds would be the hardest thing we ever do. Nobody told us that one day we would be sitting in Europe or North America or the Gulf or wherever life took us, and our phone would ring. And on the other end of that call, something would have shifted. Something would have changed back home. And we would realize for the first time that we are not just immigrants. We are the bridge. We are the ones holding both sides together. And nobody built a manual for that. So I built one. Welcome to Futuretainment.
This is for the ones who are holding both worlds, working the numbers while raising the boys, sending back home while we're planning right here. Legacy growing with every new year. Futuretainment, playing for you.
If you are watching this, I already know something about you. You left somewhere, or your parents left somewhere, or you are preparing to leave somewhere, and you are trying to figure out how to do it without losing everything that made you, you. You are building a career, a family, a future, maybe a business, maybe a legacy, probably all of the above at the same time, with half the resources and twice the pressure of the people around you. You are also carrying something most of your colleagues will never fully understand. You have parents and or grandparents who are aging back there. You have siblings navigating systems you are no longer physically part of. You have a culture you are trying to pass on to children who were born into a completely different one. You have guilt on one side and ambition on the other, and you wake up every single morning and you try to hold all of it. This channel is for you, not for the highlight reel version of the immigrant story, not for the I made it and here's my LinkedIn version, for the full, complicated, beautiful, exhausting, real version. African, Latin American, Asian, Middle Eastern, first generation, second generation, sandwich generation, building in the diaspora, this is your space. My name is Lynn Benson. I am a first-generation immigrant. I was born in Kenya. I live in Kronberg im Taunus, Germany, just outside Frankfurt, and I have been navigating the space between those two worlds for longer than I care to count. Lynn Benson is not the name on my passport. It is the name I carry from my father, Benson. His name became my identity. That is not a small thing. That is everything. Because everything I am building, this channel, this brand, this body of work, is rooted in him, in where I come from, in what was given to me, and what I intend to pass forward. I am a mother. I have raised children in Europe while keeping one eye and one heart permanently pointed toward home. I have sat in offices in Germany, navigating corporate systems in a second language, while simultaneously navigating healthcare systems in Kenya on a phone call during my lunch break. I have transferred money, managed crises from a distance, translated between cultures, and tried, always tried, to do right by everyone who depends on me. I am what they call the sandwich generation, caught between caring for aging parents and raising the next generation. Except in the diaspora, that sandwich does not happen in the same city. It happens across continents. That is my life. And if you are watching this, there is a very good chance it is yours too. But here is what I need you to understand about me. I am not here to complain. I am not here to perform struggle. I am here because I figured some things out, and I am still figuring things out. And I deeply believe, that the diaspora is the most underestimated wealth-building community in the world. And nobody is talking to us the way we deserve to be talked to, so I decided to start Futuretainment. Let me tell you what this word means to me. Entertainment has always been how human beings process the world. Stories, music, conversation, these are not distractions. They are how we make sense of our lives, how we find each other, how we say, I see you across time and distance, the future, your future, my future, the future of our communities, is not going to be built in boardrooms that were never designed with us in mind. It is going to be built by people like us. In living rooms, in WhatsApp groups, in decisions made at kitchen tables, in conversations we have never been given a platform to have publicly. Futuretainment is the platform for those conversations. This is a content and media brand, but it is also, and I want you to hear this clearly, a legacy project. We cover AI and technology because our communities cannot afford to be left behind in the next economic revolution. We cover diaspora life because the complexity of living between worlds deserves serious, honest conversation. We cover elder care because our parents are aging and the systems were not built for us. We cover finance and wealth building because generational wealth does not happen by accident, it happens by design. And underneath all of it, underneath everything we do here, is one belief: leave something worth inheriting. That is our tagline. That is our mission. That is the reason this channel exists. Not just money, not just property, legacy, values, knowledge, systems, the kind of inheritance that survives a generation. We are rooted in two worlds. We are building one legacy. I want to talk to you about timing because I did not start this channel 5 years ago, and I want to be honest about why. Like a lot of us, I was waiting until I had everything figured out, waiting until the moment felt right, waiting until someone gave me permission to take up space and say, this matters, my story matters, your story matters. Here is what changed. The world changed. Artificial intelligence is not coming. It is here. And the communities that do not understand it, that do not engage with it, that do not use it intentionally, they will be left behind, not eventually, now. At the same time, and this is deeply personal, I watched my parents get older. I watched the distance between us become more complicated, and I realized that the conversations I needed to have about that, about care, about family, about money, about what happens when the people who built you start to need you to build for them. Those conversations were not happening anywhere I could find them, not for people like me, not with the honesty they deserved. So the waiting ended. This is the moment. This channel is the platform. And you, sitting wherever you are in the world right now, you are exactly who this was built for. Here is what you can expect from Futuretainment. Real conversations, no performance, no polish for the algorithm version of immigrant life, the actual thing. We are going to talk about AI, what it means for our jobs, our businesses, our children's futures, and how diaspora communities can use it as a tool rather than fear it as a threat. We are going to talk about money, how to build it, how to protect it, how to transfer it across borders, how to invest in your home country and your new country at the same time. We are going to talk about elder care from a distance, the logistics, the emotional weight, the technology that can help, and the conversations most families are avoiding until it is too late. We are going to talk about identity, raising children between cultures, staying connected to where you came from, and building a sense of belonging that does not require you to choose one world over the other. And we are going to talk about legacy, what it means, how to build it intentionally, and why the diaspora is uniquely positioned to leave something extraordinary behind. This is not a hobby. This is not content for content's sake. This is the conversation our generation needed someone to start. I want to leave you with something before I go. There is an episode coming next week that I have been thinking about for a long time. It is about my father. It is about the moment I realized that the parent-child dynamic between us had quietly, completely reversed, that he was no longer guiding me. I was guiding him, and I did not know how to feel about that. I still do not, fully. I have never said what I am going to say in that episode out loud before, not to anyone, and I am saying it here, publicly, because I believe someone watching needs to hear it, because someone watching is living it right now, and they are doing it alone, in silence, the way we were taught to carry hard things. We are done carrying things in silence. This is Futuretainment. I am Lynn Benson. We are rooted in two worlds. We are building one legacy. And we are just getting started. If this landed for you, share it. Not for the algorithm. Share it because you know someone who needed to hear this today. Someone who is building, someone who is carrying, someone who deserves to know they are not alone. I will see you next week.
Leave something worth inheriting.